A gentle breeze whispers that spring is warming into the wonders of summertime. The Sleepy Hollow countryside is enveloped in greenery, and all those who reside at the little yellow cottage are called outdoors to play. On such a summer morning, all the critters gather around the cottage once again. Some have even come on a very long journey to vacation in this corner of the woods. Dear little Tibby the chipmunk has family visiting him in the garden, and most of the day they run around together chirping cheerfully through the foliage. The stony nooks and crannies provide a peaceful spot to rest. Just like clockwork, the fresh leaves of the old faithful maple tree have unfurled at just the right time when shade is needed to shelter from the sun. Through the dappled light of the leaves, the garden has come back to life. Our planting efforts of years prior are growing into a charming cottage garden. And both those who enjoy sun or shade are thriving in their respective spots. We're pleased to share that we have swallow tenants in our birdhouse next to the old stone wall. We check in on our neighbors in the historic cemetery next door. We are delighted to find the bluebird house that we cleaned in the spring is now holding a nest. This resting place is bursting with new life, and each evening the robin's song caresses the setting sun. Being in nature encourages us to take a slower approach and admire the beauty of life. The magic of Maytime can even transform a flower into wishes. Perhaps that's one of the reasons it feels so good to be alive and part of the story surrounding you. Join us at Cobweb Cottage, where we are getting our garden ready for the dreamy days of summertime, and you're invited to savor these gentle days with us. On our path of learning to be cottage gardeners, we have learned that adding touches of whimsy is what makes a garden feel truly enchanted. We have picked up a few thrift finds that we hope will add some whimsical details, and we're still on the hunt for a bird bath. We've also been drawn to all things botanical for both inside and outside the cottage, including linens and clothing. Previously, we may have overlooked certain secondhand treasures, but now with our eye for cottage charm, we have picked up woven baskets, a doll-sized chair, and a tiny teacup. We'll show you what we have in mind for it a little later on. Now let's put on our gardening gear and go outside and get to work. We'd like to take a moment to thank Earthbreeze for sponsoring this episode. While doing laundry can be an unpleasant task, I'm excited to tell you about this product that makes laundry day a breeze. Earthbreeze laundry detergent makes it easy to do your washing without waste. These eco sheets come in plastic-free cardboard packaging that saves so much space. The sheets are easy to measure and easily dissolves in both hot or cold water. We're so happy that we stopped using single-use plastic jugs that are bulky, messy, and unkind to the environment, and switched to Earthbreeze lightweight laundry detergent. It's so simple for us to use whether we are going to the laundromat or hand washing our delicate linens at home. Earthbreeze fights everyday stains and odors, giving you a sparkling clean every time. It's free of bleach and dyes, and so kind to the skin and clothing. These sheets won't only make laundry day easier for you, but also easier on the planet. My linen and clothing feels fresher than ever, and we feel great knowing that we support a company that actively helps clean the waters from plastic all over the world. Get free shipping and save 40% when you subscribe to the flexible delivery plan that you can cancel at any time. And if you find that it's not a good fit, you can get a full refund. Go to earthbreeze.com/charming to get started with 40% off. That's earthbreeze.com/charming for 40% off your subscription. Thank you for sponsoring this portion of the video. Let's get to some gardening. Colorful flowers in terracotta pots are a staple for any cottage garden. We wanted to try our hands at making a basket planter. Around the borders of the cottage, we have planted lots of native flowers that have started to fill in nicely. To add to the mix, this summer we are going to sow some wildflower seeds and try to grow some of our own herbs as well. As the garden continues to bloom, we hope the touches of whimsy that we have added will welcome the fairy folk.
We are going to enjoy our whimsical cottage garden in the best fashion that we know, by having some afternoon tea. The only piece for a perfect tea time is a fresh baked treat that has a summery garden feel to it. The most simple yet perfect treat that comes to our minds is to make 2 different shortbread cookies, one sweet and one savory. The savory shortbread does not have any sugar, but is yet so flavorful because of the herbs and parmesan. Before I use the cookie cutter, I decorate the top with some fresh herbs directly from our garden. We use peppermint and oregano, but any herbs will do it. The sweet shortbread is going to have the most summery cottage theme that we can think of. Strawberries. I cut a few in thin slices that I gently place on top of each cookie, and I realized that they all resemble little hearts. Finally, a little sprinkle of sugar on top will make these hearts melt. Remember, something fresh from the oven truly adds a magical touch to any tea time of the week. Before our tea time, we want to surprise Tibby with a teacup of his own. And I'm going to decorate it with things that means a lot to him, since he has meant so much to us. For a cup in this little size, I think an acorn is a perfect choice. I'm using non-toxic paint that is safe for tiny critters and works great on porcelain. Painting the day away truly puts my mind at ease. By adding a few green twigs, I believe this cup is ready. He's going to be so happy next time he sees it at his resting spot. You can find any of my art prints in my Etsy shop, the Woodland Library.
Let's set the table for the first guarded tea time of the season with a pot of fresh peppermint leaves. We hope Tibby will be pleased with his new tea service and with the cozy spot we have created for him. There is almost nothing so singularly satisfying as watching a chipmunk enjoying a treat and taking the time to enjoy it wholeheartedly. Sometimes stuffing the last scrumptious bits in his chubby cheeks and scampering away to savor for later. It's unique friendships like this that can only blossom when you spend time in a garden. We hope you'll be savoring delicious moments of summertime and soaking up the warmth with loved ones. Thank you for stopping by Cobweb Cottage. We'll see you again soon.